A very marvelous morning to my class 6 students. Welcome to English class. In this video, I will read and explain the chapter Desert Animals, chapter 9 of book Honeysuckle. As we know that deserts are very hot and dry places, and still desert animals need to survive in these harsh conditions. So in this chapter, we will know about the life of the desert animals and their varied, unique ways to adapt the harsh atmosphere. So let's read the chapter Desert Animals. Stanza number 1. Deserts are the driest places on earth and sometimes go for months or even years without rain. But even the desert animals cannot survive. Survive means to live or exist without water or for long periods in the scorching sun. Scorching means very harsh, severe, very hot. So they have had to find different ways of coping with the harsh condition. Coping means to face or deal with. Harsh means severe, rough conditions. So as we know, desert is a place with less water, that is driest place on earth. So even desert animals need to survive in the very hot sun. So they have to find different ways of surviving or coping or dealing with the severe conditions. For example, gerbils spend the hottest part of the day in cool underground burrows. So gerbils are mouse-like desert rodents with long hind legs. So how do they survive? They spend most of the days in cool underground burrow. Burrows are hole or tunnel dug by small animals. So they make tunnels in the sand and stay there where it is cool. And strange insects called darkling beetles are experts at catching drops of moisture on their legs. So animals like beetles, what do? They catch the drops on their legs, then lifting them up to the air until the drop trickle. Trickle means slowly flow down into their mouth. So they lift up their legs until the drop slowly flows down to the mouth. So beetles catch the moisture in their legs. Then they lift up their legs until the drops travels down to their mouth. Not all deserts are endless seas of rolling sand dunes. Some are rocky or pebbly and dotted with small bushes, while others are sprinkled with colorful flowers during the spring. Sprinkle means covered. So as we always know that deserts are seas of endless sand dunes. Only we find dunes, that is hill of sand, in deserts, but it is not true. Some deserts are rocky and pebbly. Pebbly means stones. You can also find small plants in the deserts and covered with colorful flowers during the spring season. Stanza number 2. There are more than 2,300 different kinds of snakes around the world, ranging from just 15 centimeters long to more than 11 meters. Isn't it amazing that there are more than 2,300 different species of snakes around the world, and they can be as small as 15 centimeters. That means size of your small ruler, your scale, and as long as 11 meters. Most snakes are quite harmless, but there are few that are so poisonous they can kill a human being with just one bite. We are often scared of snakes, that they will bite us, but most snakes are harmless. But few snakes are very poisonous, that they can kill with just one bite. Most snakes lay eggs, but there are many which give birth to young ones. So most of them lay eggs, but many of them give birth to young ones. In the dry, rocky deserts of America lives a rather evil-looking snake with a very bad reputation. Reputation means name and fame. Its frightening rattle can be heard as far as 30 meters away, and it can strike with lightning speed. So strike means attack. Lightning speed means very fast. So American deserts are dry and rocky. There lives an evil-looking snake with very bad reputation. So its scary sharp sound can be heard from far away, and it attacks very fast even with lightning speed. Stanza number 3. But the rattlesnake or rattler, as it is sometimes called, prefers to avoid people if it possibly can. So rattlesnakes are not always attack. In fact, they prefer to stay away from people. It holds its tail upright and rattles the end whenever it is disturbed. So it holds its tail up in the air and move it sidewise, making sounds when it is disturbed, in the hope that the intruder means person who is disturbing him, the trespasser, will go away. However, if its warnings are ignored and it feels threatened means challenged or scared, it will coil ready to bite. So if the warnings made by its tail by rattling is ignored, it feels that it is threat to him. The snake can even bite, but the rattler itself cannot hear the noise its own tail makes. Like most snakes, it hears things through vibrations in the ground. So many snakes cannot hear sounds. Similarly, rattlesnakes also feel the vibrations. Vibration means shaking of the ground. If a person walks nearby, the snake can feel the movement. But if the same person were to shout, it would not hear a thing. So if a person is walking nearby the snake can feel the vibration, and if the same person shouts, the snake cannot hear. Rattlesnakes are very common and widespread animals living right across the American continent from Canada to Argentina. So they are very common in this area, Canada to Argentina. They feed on a variety of prey including mice, voles, and many other small animals. So they feed on variety of animals like voles. Voles are small plant-eating rodents, rat-like animals. Rats, chipmunks. Chipmunks are also very small animals like squirrels, having stripes on their body, and many other small animals. Rattlesnakes kill their prey with venom. Venom means poison. So they kill the other animals with their poison. Like all snakes, they swallow the unfortunate animals whole. So like all other snakes, they swallow. Swallow means gulp down without munching. So they swallow entire animal without chewing. Few snakes have to eat more than once a week, and some, such as the larger pythons, can survive for a year or more without eating. So some snakes eat more than once a week, and some, like large pythons, can do without eating for a year or more. Stanza number 4. Mongooses like to hunt together, but they always keep a lookout for dangerous predators. Predator means an animal that preys on other animals nearby, poking their noses into holes, overturning. Overturning means upside down roll rocks with their paws, and scratching the ground with their sharp claws. Banded mongooses are very amusing. Amusing means interesting, enjoyable. animals to watch. A common sight in many parts of Africa. They travel in groups of about 20 to forage. Forage means to search for food for beetles, millipedes and other small creatures. So mongooses go hunting in groups. They always keep a place from where they can watch predators near them. It is interesting to watch them banded, poking their nose into holes, overturning rocks with their paws, and scratching the ground with their sharp claws. It is very common to view them traveling in groups of about 20. They travel in search of food. Their food is beetles, millipedes, and other small creatures. Stanza number 5. They like to hunt together, keeping in touch whenever they go out of sight behind rocks or bushes by twittering. Twittering means giving a call and calling. Always on the lookout for danger. Hawks, eagles, and large snakes. They warn one another with a special alarm call if they spot anything suspicious. Now, explanation of stanza number 5. They move in groups. They means mongoose moves in groups to search for their food. But they need to move to places which are not visible, like at the back of bushes or rocks. They make sounds like twittering to stay in touch. They take extra care to keep a place from where they can watch the animals who are dangerous for them, like hawks, eagles, and large snakes. On noticing anything doubtful, they make a special warning call to alert one another. Stanza number 6. Mongooses are famous for being able to kill snakes without getting hurt themselves. Their reactions are so fast that they can dodge. Dodge means to move quickly to other side each time the snake strikes. They continually makes a nuisance. Nuisance means causing inconvenience or annoyance of themselves until after a while, when the snake gets tired, they quickly dive in for the kill. So you might have seen the fight between mongoose and snake. So mongoose are well known for their ability to kill snakes. They don't even get hurt while doing so. Their reactions are very fast and can move quickly after attacking the snake. They continually keep annoying the snake with their attacks until it gets tired and gets killed. So stanza number 7. All the female mongooses have their kitten at about the same time. They are raised by the whole group in a den made inside an old termite mound or hollow log. When most of the adults are out looking for food, 1 or 2 males stay behind to stand guard until the others return for the night. So all the females give birth to their babies at the same time. The babies are raised by the whole group. Means looking after the babies is not the responsibility of one, rather the whole group. They raise them in a den, means the house they have made inside an old termite mound, means heap or mud created by termite insect, or in a hollow log. When they go out in search of food, 2 of the male members stay back to look after the babies and wait till the others come back. Stanza number 8. Another animal which lives in the desert is the camel. Camels were first domesticated by people many thousands of years ago. In the wild, camels usually live in small groups of up to 30 animals. Camels have long, shaggy winter coats to keep warm and shorter, tidier coats in the summer to keep cool. A thirsty camel can drink as much as 30 gallons of water. That's about 500 full glasses in just 10 minutes. Normally, however, it gets all the moisture it needs from desert plants and can survive for up to 10 months without drinking any water at all. So shaggy means long and thick, and 1 gallon is equal to 3.8 liters. So the camel is another desert animal. It was first tamed by people, was kept as domestic animal at homes thousands of years ago. Camels have unique capacities to adjust with their atmosphere. Like in the forest, they live in small groups of 30. They have long, untidy hair to use as coat to keep their body warm in winters, and this long coat falls away and gets shortened as summer approaches to keep cool. Camels can drink almost 30 gallons, about 500 glasses of water, whenever they are thirsty in just 10 minutes. Its body can get moisture from the desert plants and can live without drinking water for up to 10 months. So the last stanza number 9. There are two different kinds of camel. One known as the dromedary has only a single hump. The other is called a Bactrian camel and has two humps. The humps help the animal to survive in the desert by acting as storage containers, but they don't store water as many people wrongly believe. They are full of fat. This fat nourishes the camel when food is scarce. If they have nothing to eat for several days, their humps shrink as the fat is used up. There are many other ways in which camels are adapted to desert life. Their mouths are so tough that even the sharp thorn cannot pierce through. So camels are of two kinds, dromedary, which has a single hump, and Bactrian, which has two humps. The hump is there to help the animal to survive without water in the desert. It acts as a storage container, but it does not store water as people think and believe. These humps are full of fat. This fat feeds a camel when food is less in quantity. When fat is used, the size of the hump becomes smaller as it is used up instead of food. Camels use many other ways as well to live and adjust in the desert. Their mouths are tough and hard. They can even eat thorns and they do not harm them. So my dear children, this was a reading and explanation of chapter number 9, Desert Animals. You also read the chapter and learn to pronounce the difficult words and its meaning. Now I will explain you true or false and question answers. True or false, you have to note down in your textbook, and question answers please note down in your English notebooks. So true or false? Number 1. No animal can survive without water. It's true. Number 2. Deserts are endless sand dunes. It's false because they are rocky, pebbly, full of flowers during spring season. Number 3. Most snakes are harmless. It's true. Number 4. Snakes cannot hear but they can feel vibrations through the ground. Yeah, it's true. Number 5. Camels store water in their humps. It falls because they store fats in their humps. Now let's see question and answers. Question number 1. How do desert animals survive without water? The desert animals find their ways to survive without water for many days. For example, gerbils spend the hottest part of the day in cool underground burrows, and strange insects called darkling beetles catch drops of moisture on their legs and then lift them up in air until the drops trickle down into their mouths. My dear children, you can also give the example of camel, which can drink as much as 30 gallons of water in just 10 minutes and gets its moisture from desert plants. Question number 2. How do mongooses kill snakes? Mongooses are very fast. They get away quickly each time the snake tries to strike. They make a nuisance of themselves, means trouble the snake until the snake is tired. Then they attack and kill the snake without hurting themselves. Now the last question. How does the hump of camels help them to survive when there is no water? So the hump of camel is used by it to store fats, which nourishes, means provide foods to it when there is scarcity, means lack or less food. So my dear children, this was all for today. We'll meet in our next video. Till then, goodbye. God bless you all. Thank you.